Today we are drinking Sarkhan's Bite. Stay tuned for the recipe. In the meantime, an abridged tale of Sarkhan Vol's life, and opening 3 packs of Tarkir Dragonstorm. Let's see if Sarkhan shows up. Sarkhan Vol is a native to the plane of Tarkir, but is not from this timeline. He began his life as a soldier for the Mardu and quickly rose to the rank of general within the Horde. He left his life of war in search of peace and founded into the mountains as a shaman worshipping dragons. But this was not enough for him. The dragons of Tarkir being long extinct in his timeline, Sarkhan was dissatisfied with their worship and returned to the fields of battle with the Mardu. In his first mission as general, Sarkhan laid waste to an opposing Sultai commander and entered a trance with an ancient dragon spirit. In this trance, he was given great power and ascended to the role of Planeswalker. In his ascension, he unleashed a fraction of his newfound great power, killing his own soldiers. This ended his connection to the clan and to the plane. Now, as a Planeswalker, he left Tarkir. While he traversed the plains, Sarkhan found himself on the plane of Jund, where dragons still lived. He attempted to continue his worship of the mighty creatures, but found himself involved in the schemes and machinations of others. Continuing his search of a dragon to worship and serve, Sarkhan found Nicol Bolas, a mighty elder dragon of great power whom Sarkhan pledged himself in service to. Bolas gave Sarkhan his power in exchange for his servitude, including 5 dragons of his own. However, doubts were forming in Sarkhan's mind. In a conflict with Mael the Anima and her armies, Sarkhan was able to see Bolas defeated by a duplicate of the dragon. This sent Sarkhan into a spiral, and he fled the plane. Eventually, Sarkhan found his way to the plane of Zendikar, and was now in the Eye of Ugin, a prison from the plane for the powerful Eldrazi. Here, Sarkhan was following the orders of Bolas, but his mind still unraveling in doing so. Sarkhan fought and was defeated by the planeswalker Chandra Nalar and Jace Beleren. And when he awoke, he found himself being taunted by a spirit of a dragon for failing Bolas's orders. Sarkhan wandered the prison after his encounter with the dragon spirit, following the voice of Bolas. In his communion with the Elder Dragon, it was revealed to Sarkhan that this was all part of his plan, to free the Eldrazi and to undo Ugin's work. He was then advised that Bolas had taken care of Ugin and he would be rewarding Sarkhan for his servitude. This only aided in weakening Sarkhan's mind further. Fleeing from the Eye of Ugin, Sarkhan returned to Tarkir. Here he wandered the plain, beset by visions from Ugin, until he found himself meeting with Narset, Khan of the Jeskai. Narset attempted to aid him in abating his tortured visions by taking him to Ugin's tomb. At the tomb, they were both ambushed by Zurgo Helmsmasher from Clan Mardu. Zurgo in search of revenge against Sarkhan for what he did to the clan whenever he ascended. Thanks to Narset distracting Zurgo, Sarkhan was able to escape through Ugin's Nexus, a spiritual portal centered around the bones of the ancient dead dragon. Entering the Nexus, Sarkhan was flung backwards through time to ancient Tarkir. Here he witnessed the strength of dragons as they once were. Sarkhan followed the storms in the sky to find Ugin, arriving at the Great Dragon at the same time as Bolas arrived from his original timeline. Sarkhan witnessed and attempted to stop Bolas from killing Ugin, but was unable to do so. Instead, Sarkhan arrived at Ugin's corpse and begged him to guide him with his dying breath. Ugin told Sarkhan to seek the truth and not guidance. Then, using a piece of a hedron he had taken from the Eye of Ugin prison, Sarkhan was able to preserve and save the Elder Dragon. This caused Sarkhan to vanish from that instance in time. Now being flung into the present, Sarkhan was on a Tarkir that had never lost its dragons. In this time, some of the dragons had grown in great power to become dragon lords over the clans of Tarkir, subjugating them and attempting to reform the clans to their own desires. Sarkhan had left Tarkir and traveled to other planes in this new timeline and helped to defeat Nicol Bolas in the War of the Spark. Following this war, Sarkhan was on Tarkir during the Phyrexian invasion and lost his spark during the Great Desparkening. This brings us to the present day in Tarkir Dragonstorm. Here, Sarkhan is desperate to regain his power and connection to dragons. In his desperation, he attacks Elspeth and Narset while trying to reignite a dragonstorm strong enough to populate all the plains with dragons. Elspeth and Narset are able to defeat Sarkhan and leave him in his weakened state. Fleeing the scene of this fight, Sarkhan finds the monk Taigam. Taigam aids Sarkhan in regaining a fraction of his draconic power, as they both wish to see Tarkir ruled not by khans and clans, but by dragons. As Sarkhan and Taigam ignite a strong dragon storm to carry out their deeds, they are met in battle by the Abzan, Narset, Ajani, and Elspeth. But before they can engage in their battle fully, Ugin arrives. Stopping the nascent storm and preventing further combat, Ugin is attacked by Sarkhan for interrupting his plans. Ugin, disappointed in the dragon planeswalker, scorches Sarkhan in ghost fire and burns his body badly, weakening Sarkhan but not killing him. Sarkhan flees once more through the storm to attempt to regain dragon power. Today we are drinking Sarkhan's Bite, a variation on a Boilermaker. You will need cinnamon whiskey of your choice, your preferred red ale, and the juice of a lemon. Start by cutting your lemon in half and squeezing out 3/4 of an ounce of the juice. Then pour roughly half of a pint of your ale. Pour 1 shot of the cinnamon whiskey. Drop it into the ale and quickly follow behind with the lemon juice. Then drink it down heartily. This is a drink with a rich forward taste of the amber ale and the sweet cinnamon whiskey following behind, a soft bite from the lemon. Like its namesake, is visually explosive but desperately wants to be all the more powerful. Enjoy responsibly.